a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
I'm Christina Kahn.
And I'm Leela Hilton.
And this is Burn Before Reading, the podcast about literature.
We're here to discuss the terrible writing we did when we were younger and touch on some other cringy literary topics.
We are here with our friend Cortney. Say hello to the listeners, Cortney.
Hello, listen. Just the one.
I forgot you mutter like that on this fucking show. Courtney. When was the last time you were on the show? Do you remember? Oh, we don't have a computer.
Titanic.
Titanic. That was on the bonus show in April. Listeners,
Love that one.
you gotta subscribe to the Patreon. You gotta. How the hell have you been since April? I hate asking people how they are. It's never good.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a trying summer, I would say. But all summers are trying. And
So true.
They all suck. And at least we're at the end of it. So that's
All right.
good, right? Fall is a rebirth, and I'm excited that we're gonna be out of the mud.
Out of the
And
mud.
the muck.
You guys might remember Courtney also from our third episode.
Yeah, I think that's
the
right.
Tooth episode. That's not what it's called. It's called Righteous Rage.
That's what I always think about it as the tooth episode.
Courtney also came on for Lil Lily, which is
Oh,
probably my favorite
fuck.
episode. Like, by far my most listened to episode is Lil Lily. Like, I listen to that maybe once a month.
Why?
Because the song is really funny and it makes me love you, and also the episode is really funny. It makes me love you guys.
That's so great. You want to drop your favorite line that you always say to me?
They call me Lil Lily because of my height. But boy, you're gonna be feeling small when I break your heart tonight.
Oh,
I walk up to Leela and say
bars.
this every single time I see
My
it.
favorite line
every
is,
time.
I want to put my color, but there ain't one on my shirt.
What's funny is there's a video of me rapping that in high school on Facebook. You can find it. You have my permission.
It came up like a couple weeks ago.
And I am indeed wearing a collared shirt
I think
in that video.
I think I sent that to the Discord.
Did you?
Yeah, you're wearing one of those, like, I think like a navy, like American Eagle, or like
Yes.
Abercrombie, like polo classic.
It's like there is
I had
one on my
a
shirt.
small army as well. Courtney, did you have a small army?
Of polos, yes.
I had like two that I could afford with my babysitting money, and I wore them so much.
Oh, see, my mom would buy me. We were talking just today about shopping with your mom when you were a kid, and my mom would buy me polos because they were classy and like casual, professional. You know.
Very wasp. Very
My
waspy.
mom didn't because I made them slutty.
Oh yeah, that's the
'Cause I
difference
would
between you and
unbutton
me.
them, like
Layla.
I would unbutton them like really far down, and I was a twig with giant titters, and she was not okay with it.
I would also do it all the way down, but I also would wear a camisole underneath, and also I had a size nearly A cup.
I really hated and still really don't like camis. I don't like
Well, that makes sense for your
trend.
figure.
I don't know. I'm just, I don't, and I get hot too much. But anyway,
Anyway.
today's not about Lil Lily. Today is a day of remembrance.
Remembrance. Wait, let me check real fast. What is the date this comes out? Because I think it's 9/10. I think happy 9/10, everyone.
Yeah.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh.
so sorry. It's 9/8. Wait, that's
9/8.
October. Wait, what's happening to me? It's 9/10. It's 9/10. I was right the first time. Trust myself. I need to learn to trust myself.
There you go. 9/10. Wow. September 10th. 2001. What could go wrong,
What could go wrong? On top of the world.
Yeah, it's a good time to be an American. Well, relatively.
I would say like if you're I
felt
would say
better.
maybe like let's end the New York if you're like on a trip to New York, like maybe we go back home that day.
Skedaddle.
That day.
Oh my god. That day. Courtney, how does it feel to be recording in person together, guys? Courtney's a local friend, so she gets to record in the studio, aka my living room.
I love the studio. I love the pop guards. I love
Oh yeah, the pop guards are
the plants
hot pink.
and the My
That's,
Chemical Romance. And
you guys
the
know
red
that
wine.
little like foam condom thing that people put on microphones so singers don't lick them, which Leo's doing right now. The thing that goes on top is like a pop filter, and we got hot pink ones. They're brand new, debuting.
Sexy.
They're very cute.
Your aesthetic in here is your commitment to aesthetic is immaculate, I'm gonna say. You really
Thank you
leaned in.
so much. I remember maybe like 5 years ago, my stepsister bought a house nearby, and I went to go visit it, and it was like perfectly like beige and pink and like mint green, and like every single thing was in place. And this was like way before I wanted to leave my husband, but I just walked around and I was like, oh my God, this is what it can look like if you don't have a man. And as soon as that's what I said, and then I was like, ooh, that sounded really mean actually, but what I mean is that this is a really pretty house.
I know what you mean. Like, you have to like take their like feelings and like taste into consideration or whatever the fuck.
And they have bad taste. Men have bad taste. Men
Generally.
men want everything in my experience, the men I date want everything to be a black rectangle.
Or blue, dark blue.
Dark blue, maybe gray mesh.
Yeah. Well, luckily that's how Jason used to be, but he's coming around now, and he's like open to all the bright colors and like girly things. So I think that there's going to be a change.
Dude, men come around.
Oh, can you bleep that?
Wait, what'd you say?
My address.
Oh yeah, I will. I didn't even clock what that was. Yeah, I'll fucking bleep that, Leela.
Okay.
Men do come around because you know what? When I lived with Sean, he like really hated florals. And which is something that I despise because it's like, I mean, my whole outfit would just be florals if I could.
Florals are what makes life worth living.
I like agree that florals are what make life worth living. But we, broke up almost a year ago now, and he got a fucking flower tattoo while he was like a big bouquet of flowers right on his arm when he was in Ireland as his first tattoo. So I was like, look who likes flowers now.
He's soft boy.
Oh, he's real soft. And I mean that as a compliment. No, I mean that as a compliment.
Well,
He's very gentle.
As a general rule, we really in this friend group, in this locally sourced friend group, we really only allow like that genre of man. Like it can be like a
soft boy.
Yeah, a soft boy. Like it can be like a man like your husband Freddie, Cortney, who is like also like has a little dark edge.
Strong,
maybe he's a
variant.
maybe he's a little.
He's a Gemini, guys.
Yes, but like deep down, he just like wants to bake cookies for all his friends. You know what I mean?
So true.
Yeah,
that's our boy.
That's him.
So you see what happens, like. The in-person episodes are harder to record, but we have more fun and we go on more tangents and they take longer, but they're like way harder to edit.
Yeah, that's
record.
so cringy that it's hard to edit, Tina.
Are you doing a segue for yourself? Because
Speaking
you're the one who brings up the crew.
Well, it's fresh.
Speaking of, Cortney, what's been cringing you out recently?
Calling the poison control hotline.
For what?
That's pretty cringe.
For a human being?
A pharmacy fuck up. Where they gave me 300 milligram pills instead of 150s.
Oh my God.
Of which I take 2 a day.
That's so scary.
So for the last month and a half,
Wait.
I accidentally doubled my medication.
Do you mind if I ask what kind of medication? You don't have to answer
it
that.
was my bupropion, which is my antidepressant. But
so what were you just like super
zonked
happy?
out?
No, well, it's a non-stimulant stimulant. So I was
a non-stimulant stimulant. That sounds like people are like, weed's not a drug. It's like, this is my non-drug drug.
No, it has a similar effect to a stimulant, but not like the addictive potential or things like that.
It doesn't. It lacks
it's a
the
mood
meth.
stabilizer. It's a nice, mellow combination.
Okay.
But it's a little speedy. So I had just been having like an increased heart rate and some dry mouth, which I thought was something to do with me drinking 4 cups of cold brew a day.
Oh,
But,
yeah, sure.
no, I looked at my pill bottle. It was the exact same color, size. The pills are exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool. Why would I look at these medication I've been getting for the last 4 years?
Yeah.
I didn't realize. And then I noticed, and I quickly consulted with Dr. Google and got freaked out. So I was like, I'll call the poison control hotline. And their words were, well, it's amazing that you haven't had a seizure.
Oh my God.
So apparently
Cortney.
600 milligram dosage, they're like, normally we would have you come in for observation for 24 hours because even 450 milligrams can give you a seizure.
Oh my God.
So they're like, wow, but you've been on this for a month. So we're going to talk to a doctor, and they have like a toxicologist. It's a wonderful helpline. If you ever need it, it's free. So they had a
That's
little
great.
consultation, and they said, I mean, you're probably not going to die, but it's crazy. They said, quote, it's remarkable you haven't had a seizure at this point.
Oh my God. Don't say that to somebody.
I know.
Oh my God.
But having to like look up the poison control number and call them and say, hey, I've been taking double my medication for the last month accidentally.
Oh,
Am I going to die?
oh my God.
So did they get it corrected for you? Did your doctor fix it?
The pharmacy, I don't fucking know. It's like the pharmacy seems to have been the one that fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I don't take 300 milligram tablets and I never have.
Yeah.
And that's what they gave me. And they
Dude,
look exactly the same.
human error. It exists.
Human error.
Even your pharmacists. So scary.
That
Yeah.
is horrifying.
So check your meds, people.
Check your meds.
You know, Courtney, you really shouldn't be drinking more than like 8 ounces of caffeine a day with that medication also to begin with.
Pish posh. What are you,
Okay.
my mother?
Oh, I mean, just like I'm on the meth. I'm on the methylphenidate, and I've been on Concerta. I've been on it for like forever, and yeah, I struggle. I struggle. My heart like races. I feel like when I have more than 1 cup of coffee with that, but also I have maybe a lower tolerance than you for caffeine.
And this has been Med Corner with Leela and Courtney.
Honestly, I think my junkie genes of my family, that they just metabolize that overdose.
Hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just built different, I
I mean,
guess.
Just
maybe
built
that
different.
that
What
might
can
have
I
saved
say?
you.
Junkie genes.
Junkie.
Yeah.
Leela, what's cringing you out lately?
Today I got a little antsy with my hair, and I tried to cut some bangs.
You did?
Yeah, I know. No one notices, including Jason.
Oh, they're just little tendries.
Yeah, I tried to cut bangs, and I don't like them. Surprise.
Well, at least no one noticed.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like a major chop after my baby brother's wedding.
What? A major chop?
Yeah.
It's the season.
What? But you're full mermaid style beauty right now.
I've been growing it out for like 2 years, and I like rarely keep the same hairstyle for more than a year. So
You don't have to do that though.
I'm ready for a big chop.
I like to do like a curly shag with like big bangs. So we'll say I'll probably do that again, but we shall see. I'm trying to stop myself every single day from grabbing my scissors, which are not like good hair cutting scissors. They're just like, I don't know, little scissors, and just like hacking it all off. I need to not do it, but anyway, I just feel like I feel antsy about my hair, and that cringes me out. That's about all I got.
Cutting bangs that no one noticed is a little cringy.
Yeah,
But they're
I guess this moment's kind of cringy.
I wouldn't
huh?
even call them bangs though. They're like, guys know when you do your hair in a ponytail and then you go like to get the little baby hairs to come out.
Well, I'm too much of a bitch to like actually cut them short enough in the middle, because I don't know if you've seen people with curly hair with bad bangs, but they shrink up, and there is no fixing it.
I was about to say like I'll cut those for you. I feel like I can see it right now, but I actually won't take that risk.
No, I have to go to my curly
curly
cut girl
girly.
at Imago salon here in
Imago.
Richmond, and it's
Curly
going to be
girl?
so expensive.
Is that her name? Imago?
No,
No,
that's the
name
salon.
of the
Imago
salon.
salon on Main Street. Anyway,
Imago, that's
like,
definitely
oh,
a
so
made up
fancy.
stylist name.
yeah, he's great. But no, I'm gonna get that done soon, and I'm just cringing about my hair. I feel like it looks stringy, and I'm tired of it.
So weird because I mean I just always think your hair looks good, kind of.
Oh, thanks. What about you? Do you think it looks good?
No, I'm just kidding. No, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You know this.
I think that's another cringe, is that I've been fishing for compliments like crazy these past few weeks, like way more so than
I was gonna say, isn't
normal.
that kind of just your natural state?
Okay,
You're like
well.
my beautiful koi, baby. I go up there and toss you some little treats
What?
once in a while.
some
Some
fish,
treats of affirmation.
some fish pellets. Yeah, like I was like at 11:11. Oh, this is more cringy, and then we'll
Oh my
move
god,
on to
it's
you.
escalating.
We'll move on to you. At 11:11, before I went to Suffolk for this past weekend to see Jason's family, including his siblings, I made a wish that somebody, at least one person in his family, would say, "Leela, you look like you've gotten skinny," to me. That was my wish, and it didn't really necessarily happen. Jason said it, but sort of after I was like, don't I look skinny?
Did he walk in the room and go, everyone, Doesn't Lila look skinny?
No, Mike said, well, in classic Mike Hilton fashion, he said something like, I can tell, like, the way you're sitting, like, you look so flexible and strong, and, like, I can definitely tell, like, it seems like your pants fit better. He doesn't know how to compliment a woman. But then he's like, and
your pants fit better.
And then I was like, you know what they do? And then he's like, and you know what? Just because you have this, and then he gestures to his belly.
God
he's like,
damn
that
it.
doesn't mean that you're not strong. Like, I've seen lots of people that are like that, and they're real strong. And I'm like,
Wow.
You've seen sumo wrestlers, right?
It's like, Mike, you're so close. You're so close to being right, but you still hurt my feelings.
No matter how round, you strung like ox.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, thanks. Anyway, Tina, what's cringing you out lately?
Dads. Fucking
Oh,
dads.
dads.
My cringe of the day, Leela, I already told you, so pretend like it's new. But I think that it thematically fits the tone of this podcast. I think that some of our audience members might relate. I was shopping today in Uptown Cheapskate, and I was trying a bunch of shit to only buy like 3 things, and I was in the fitting room for like kind of a long time. I was trying on like 40 things. I'm a big girl. Stuff doesn't fit. You guys try on everything. And I could hear this girl and her mom in the stall next to me. And it started because I could hear the mom say, "Oh, let me see it." And the girl said, "No, I don't like it. I don't like it." And the mom was like, "The yellow dress? Let me see it. Let me see it." And the girl said, "No, I don't like it. I don't want to wear that one." And when I tell you that they had that exact same exchange 75 more times, I need you to believe me. Like this, it was like a new high schooler, because the mom even said now that she's a high schooler. So she was 14 years old. And I don't know if they were shopping for an occasion or something, but the mom was like, "I want to see that dress. Like, that dress is going to look great on you. I'm paying for this. I should get to see what I want to." And the girl was like, "I don't like it. I'm not going to wear it." And I just can't believe, and this mom was being like so loud, like everyone could hear her, just being like, "Try on the dress. Let me see it. Try it on. Let me see it." The girl said, "I don't like it," so many times. I was like in the fitting room next to them going like, ah! Like, because I could not believe how long this was going on. This was crazy. Finally, the girl capitulates and says, "Okay, I'll try it on. Okay, I'll try it on. I'll try it on." 2 seconds later, I hear the mom go, "Oh my God! Oh my God, it's perfect! Turn around! Oh my God, the back! Oh my God, it's perfect!" And the girl's like, No, I don't like it. I don't like how it does this, whatever. I don't like it." And the mom says, "I'm going to go get," insert name here, sister, friend, comes back with another young girl and is like, "Don't you like the dress?" And she's like, yeah, I like the dress." And then the mom's like, "Turn around, come on, turn around." And the poor friend is like, "Oh yeah, the back's real cool too." And the first girl's like, "I still don't want this. I don't like this dress." And then the mom's like, I'll be right back. And comes back with dad. Why is dad here?
He's just been sitting there.
And dad's like, "Oh, honey, you look great." Up a la father's trend. "Oh, yeah, that looks real sharp." Or like,
Looks real neat, honey.
"You look real neat." And the mom was like, "See? Oh my God, you have to see the back, Stu." Or like whatever his name is. And he was like, "Oh, the back is real beautiful." This poor
Beautiful
dad
back.
had no idea what was going on. And I listened to this mom try so hard to convince her daughter, and the daughter was like, "I will not wear this dress. I don't know where to wear this dress. I don't like this dress. I'm not gonna wear this dress." So this is going on forever, but like that's how it felt in the dressing room. I was like, is this still happening right now? Okay. The employee who was working the fitting rooms, I heard her come over and say, "Ma'am, would you like to, or miss, would you like to try on this dress? Somebody just put it back on the rack and it made me think of you," or something like that. Maybe they were looking for homecoming or
That's
something.
so sweet.
If there was like a hunt for a dress, maybe it was homecoming, right? And the mom is like, "Oh my God, that's so nice of you." And then the employee's like, "No worries, my pleasure," walks away, doing their job. The girl tries on the second dress. The mom says, "Oh my God, show me. There's a lot of like, let me see. So much, let me in, let me
God.
see.
Pusher.
Yeah.
Like this whole time, a lot of let me in, let me see. Okay. The mom's like, "Oh my God, that dress." And the girl says, I hear her say, and I can't see any of this. I just know vaguely what the mom looks like from behind because I glared at her, the back of her head. And the girl is like, I don't like this. I don't know what this is doing. She was pointing to something. She's like, I don't know what this is doing. She was not feeling good in her body. Have you been 14?
Yes.
Have you been 14
horrible.
years old? And the mom was like, oh my God, no, this is the dress, honey. This is the dress. New dress. Like, it's a coach. But she came at it with the exact same level of intensity. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I left not knowing what dress they bought. And that's killing me. I want to know what they look like.
If you're the girl, just pick your battles. Get the dress and then catch
Never
it on
wear
fire
it.
or never wear it. Or make it disappear.
Catch it on
bury it in your
fire.
backyard.
Well, if it was like for homecoming, though, and she's like going with her
So-
friends, like getting cornered into wearing this dress. I wore to prom a dress that my mom liked and not me. And I still am mad about that to this day. So
I get it. I mean, I guess. Sorry, I just shaved my pussy.
why did
I
you
guess-
say sorry? What? The listeners have no idea what's happening. What? You're just fiddling with your skirt.
I was just fiddling with my skirt.
Yeah.
Nobody
That's
noticed.
what they call it.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't do my other cringe I was gonna do. It was related to my pussy.
Oh my God.
If I was the mom in the situation, I'm trying to think. I mean, it's a tough thing to navigate when you've got a teenage daughter who is insecure with her body, as we all are and were, and like probably nothing she tries on she's immediately going to like. So it's like, I understand her enthusiasm a little. Like from one point, I do understand her enthusiasm and being like, "It looks beautiful on you. Like that's so great." But like, also, when is it time to stop pushing? And then like, also, do you have the patience as a mom to sit there and have her try on 15 to 20 different dresses?
Well,
like,
and also, I didn't hear like that color is really nice on you, or like that cut really is good for your figure. Like she wasn't like giving any specifics or like educating her daughter and like how
Yeah.
to shop for dress. There's like none of that at all. It was just blunt pressure. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Truly shocking. Anyway, mothers, be nice to your teenage daughters.
mothers, be good to your
Not raspy enough.
daughters. Daughters will live like you do.
All right, we have to start the fucking episode. Leela, what are we talking about today?
Well, today on this beautiful September 10th day, we are going to talk about one of our
I would say one of our pet interests.
one of our niche interests, 9/11, and specifically, what in tarnation happened to country music after 9/11?
What in tarnation?
What in tarnation?
That's true, because you go back and listen to classic country music
Yeah.
and it's good. A lot of
It
it
is.
is good.
And some of it's bad, but you know what? It's good and bad music in every decade. But
So true.
we're gonna really get into it. So I've got many decades here before 9/11, kind of giving us the build up. Before we get into it, I guess I will ask the group, what do you think about country music? Like, what's your history with country music, Tina? I'll start with you. And like, how do you feel today about country music?
My history with country music is, I'll say, pretty limited.
Yeah.
We do live in the South, technically, and I have family who lives even souther. And I have heard some of it in my day for sure, but my groups of friends have typically not listened to country music, and definitely almost never together. And I could name maybe one contemporary country artist, but I have dabbled in more classic country, more kind of, I think, dabbling in like the folksy, maybe even like a little more bluegrassy country. That shit I fuck with.
Yeah, I do like bluegrass. It feels more like I like country that's more rootsy.
Yeah,
I feel
rootsy.
Like. Yeah.
And like my family, we grew up in Northern Virginia, which is like the North. That's not the South. And my family growing up like made fun of country music because my dad is a bit of like a narcissistic intellectual, and like he loves to make fun of things he thinks are dumb. So we spent a lot of time and energy making fun of country music. Now he's a big fan because everyone can change.
Interesting. Okay. What about you, Courtney? What's your experience with country music?
Well, I grew up in the South.
The South.
Of
She
Virginia.
grew up 45 minutes souther than me, but so it's a mile. It's I was gonna say it's a mile
huge
away.
difference.
It's a huge difference.
But norther than me. And, I will say.
Norther
but it
than
was
you. Wait, guys, we grew up actually pretty close together.
Look at
in
us.
the scope of the world.
in scope.
A mere like hour 45 minutes apart.
But country music was a big part of my childhood, and it's something that I still love. I think when country music is good, it's some of the best American storytelling
Totally.
that you can get. But
very true.
There's a clear delineation between the post 9/11 country music scene and I guess like outlaw country, or again like more folksy, bluegrassy.
Yeah, I remember we covered over the summer. Maybe this was for the 4th of July or whatever on the bonus show. Leela, we covered Woody Guthrie.
Yeah,
and
Guthrie.
like that is like
That guy's awesome.
Deeply like anti-capitalist, like Antifa country music.
Yeah. Like talking about struggles of living in poverty and
Yeah.
like actually like real stories. And
He's the this machine kills.
yes, this
Nazis,
machine kills fascists. Yeah.
I'm like, Nazis, fascists.
Ooh, we could put that a bumper sticker in your car, but then the cops would be like, is she trying to manslaughter?
Just a bit of like manslaughter. Leela, what's your history with country music?
Well, I mean, I would say I'm similar to you, Tina. I grew up, and I don't know why I grew up this way, but I already have, and everyone who knows me knows this, quite a superiority complex when it comes to like music in general. I was told that God gave me a gift, and that gift was my voice. So, when you grow up with that mindset, you think maybe you're a little better than everyone else at this one thing.
I get it. I'm like that about like language.
Yeah. I think, and I'm sure you have your stuff too.
I said Titanic because I meant to say Courtney's is a series Courtney's is a series of niche interests, like micro focuses, like
Roller coasters.
Titanic, The Terror,
Coasters
roller
and 9/11.
coasters,
Roller coasters and 9/11 are my two special
reflooring
interests.
your house.
I don't know. You're just
A little bit everything.
yeah, she's a real Renaissance bitch. But yeah, I definitely always, how like back in the day, a lot of white people would say, I like anything. Like, what kind of music do you like? Oh, I like anything except what? Country and rap.
Country music.
Right. I feel like I heard that a lot. Country. I like anything except country and rap.
Oh, interesting.
I very quickly.
So you like top 40?
I'm like, yeah, so that's what you like. Or no, back in the 2000s, it's like, no, I like indie music. Like, I like.
But there's a huge crossover in indie music and country music.
Yeah, and
Like
country.
a massive crossover.
Country is such a broad genre. There's so many like little micro genres and subgenres. And anyway, I always like really liked Johnny Cash growing up. I think that's probably my first real country.
Yes.
My parents had Live from Folsom Prison, which is so unbaptist of them, but for whatever reason they
Heritage.
yeah, I think really that's why they loved it. I loved listening to it because he's like being very rowdy in that. Like he's cussing and like you can. And of course, when Walk the Line came out, I was just like, "Oh,
yeah.
my god!"
Oh yeah.
Is he as hot as Joaquin Phoenix? No, but I loved Johnny Cash, and I think that's what really kind of made me interested. And then in the 90s, I was really into the huge resurgence of pop country. So like Faith Hill,
I was gonna ask if Shania Twain is country.
Shania Twain.
Very much so.
Yeah, Shania Twain's definitely country. There was like a big like pop country like girl icon
The
kind of
Chicks.
thing that came. Yeah, and we'll get into it. But yeah, that's that type of stuff I love. What I hated and still really I have a really hard time not feeling superior about and like not being really bitchy and mean about is hot country, right? Stadium country, which
Yeah.
is what now is. So like your Brad Paisley, that's not even relevant. I don't know. I don't listen to country, but
Wait, there was one. I said earlier there. I knew one country singer.
Yeah.
Is there one named Luke Combs?
There is.
yes.
Yes, I don't know who that is.
It's bad.
They're off. It's
really bad.
soulless and vapid, and
I
just,
think that's it's the
Wait.
soullessness that gets to me.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Do you guys remember that song we played drinking game to sometime? Like I took my truck down to the lake
yeah.
to Santa Fe.
It's all it's a rack, flag, and eagle. It's like
Yeah, and it's like
pickup truck.
and it's like not I'm not saying all country because like I think that the common response to this that I've heard time and time again is like, yeah, I like the old country music. I like Dolly Parton, I like Willie Nelson, I like Johnny Cash. I like it when country music used to tell a story and mean something. And like pop music doesn't all need to mean something, but even good pop music has heart to it. Do you know what I mean? It's just so pandery.
Yeah, it feels like they're trying to propagate that. Propagate?
Yeah, that's sure.
Propagate? Do you propagate propaganda?
That sounds right.
You propagate pathos for sure.
But you can propagate an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like they're trying to propagate this idea of like white male Americanism. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
and they're trying to advertise Americanism. It's inherently white male is like, I think a lot of this, right?
Yeah. It is a lot of it. And then, I mean, I noticed, like, I think that's also been a thing for me is like, I kind of can't handle, I feel like the female country stars have a little more variety to them.
Yes. As I feel about all women.
Yeah.
And all men. So sorry.
So
but
many
we're just
different flavors,
We're allowed to
right?
wear like a lot different things.
So true.
And our hair is like totally different too.
Now, are there shitty female country stars? Of course.
It's
Okay.
Gretchen Wilson. We all hate her.
Right.
We all know her and hate her.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Right,
Her.
guys?
Who is that?
She's a
Gretchen
redneck
Wilson.
woman.
Yeah, fuck Gretchen Wilson.
I did sing "Here for the Party" when Jason and I were briefly in a country band for money
I keep forgetting that happened.
in
Why was I
college.
About that?
He goes, I might not be a 10, but the boys say I clean up good.
Girl, same. Girl, same.
She wears her jeans a little tight just to watch the boys come undone.
Yeah. I love it. It's a fun song.
That's such a fun lyric.
I know. I love it. It's a very fun song.
Ooh.
What?
My favorite country song.
Yeah. What?
Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood.
Yes.
An absolute classic.
It is great.
And that's the same like big girl Y2K like
yeah.
poppy.
She's a little, that was probably what 2006 maybe.
That was past the prime for me.
Past the
Okay, but
point
that
of
I think that song is
no
just so fun
return.
and the music video is fun too. And like I
It
think
is.
I have been cheated on and like listened to that song.
Yes. And then
And you're like singing it at the top of your lungs.
It
So
does
good.
It does feel good. But you guys, the relationship between pop music and nationalism in the US.
Country music?
Yeah. Well, just music in general,
Oh.
popular music.
I see what you're saying.
It goes way back, like way further than you think. So like think like 1890s.
Or
So-
the rocket's red glare.
Okay. Came in with a high harmony.
Why don't I know any of the other? That's like a crazy part
Oh
to
my
sing,
gosh.
right?
we went to a squirrels game and this guy said something wrong when he was singing that.
Really?
I think it was like instead of like we're so gallantly streaming, he said like a different word than gallantly. He said like a
Dude.
different adverb.
I should pay attention to stuff like that because I just tune that kind of shit right out. And like, what if they get it wrong? That's hilarious.
Well, unfortunately, I was. Oh, look at all these like cringy moments I'm remembering now.
Leela, you're the cringiest queen today.
I know. But unfortunately, I was acutely aware of it because my mom, I went to a free squirrel. Our local baseball team here is called the Flying Squirrels. Don't make fun of us. They're very fun. And
Are they fun or is the
The games are fun because the beer is 50 cents.
yes.
They give away hats.
what did you say?
sometimes.
Did you say the beer is 50 cents?
Yeah, they have 50-cent beer
It's
days.
on
Oh.
certain days.
Oh, I was
For
like,
me,
I-
the beer was free because
Ooh.
my dad's work will pay for like family and him and like family members to go to these squirrels games, and they all like wear like his work like t-shirts and stuff, and I just show up, and then I eat free
awesome.
hot dogs, and then they have like a whole thing full of different like seltzers and beers, and I'm just like, oh, and
Oh,
it was
hell yeah.
really
The
really fun,
glizzies.
beautiful weather. But when the guy now rise for the national anthem, like me and Jason don't stand for that. Like we don't stand up for that. And my mom was like, come on, stand up. And we just didn't stand up.
Okay, well, I think that maybe if I was surrounded by my dad's coworkers, I probably
I
just
know,
would
that's what I
stand
thought,
up.
but I don't know if like Jason would ever have forgiven me. So he's too cool. You know
don't
what
have
I mean?
to do anything. All you have to do is stand up.
Well,
To,
instead-
I'm desperate to not embarrass my dad. Me and Greer were in my dad's neighborhood recently, and he was like, we were like on a walk, and he was like kissing me hard, and I was like, my dad's neighbors might be watching.
I compromised and I stayed seated, but I did cross my heart with my hand.
I would have done the opposite. You did
Yeah.
you did the heart.
You did the
still.
more
but I
heartfelt.
was just touching my boob the whole time.
like, oh dear.
So when you actually have a music industry to speak of so that's when like in the 1890s, that's when kind of like the music industry started happening, because obviously before that, all they had was sheet music. So they were like,
Yeah.
this song is hitting the top of the charts, but it's like, if you buy it and then like learn how to play the piano and then play it at home. Like,
You get Mary from Pride and Prejudice to play it on the piano forte.
like badly. Like, so, music was just very different until like the phonographs and whatever the fuck started
Do you know
coming
like
out.
about when the phonograph came about? It's okay if you don't.
1890s.
Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay. So turn of the century.
Yeah. And that's when Tin Pan Alley happened in New York City. It's like this little area in New York. I think it's it's commemorated by a plaque. But that's like it was a collection of music publishers and songwriters in New York City that dominated the popular music of our country in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. And they also produced a lot of that sheet music that that people were playing in their house. They were like,
hell yeah.
They were like having a party and they'd be like, who plays piano? And then that's like how they had music to dance to at their parties.
You gotta hire a string quartet.
Yeah, within that economy. So like at this time, a lot of the songs were about like the North and the South getting back together to like support America's expeditions overseas. So like
America's hard.
yeah,
Or how America's.
yep. Specifically the Spanish-American War, which is like something I like feel like I know nothing about, to be honest with you.
Okay, but the name says a lot.
Yeah,
So
that's all you need to know,
helpful.
right?
That's helpful.
Not really. It's more than that. So it's like we were actually at war with Spain, which is weird to think of, right? But we were directly at war with Spain, and it was like this war is what won us like Cuba and Puerto Rico and the Philippines. In the Philippines, you may notice that if you ever meet anyone Filipino, a lot of times they have very like Spanish-y kind of sounding names.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why, because they were like a Spanish territory for many years.
Interesting. Was that the war? I can't remember if Edward Cullen was dying during the Spanish-American War or if he was dying from Spanish flu.
It was Spanish fleur.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes. So there was like horrific wartime atrocities that happened, and they're documented. They certainly happened, but you may also know from a little musical called The Newsies that some yellow journalism was also happening a lot with like the newspaper industry in New York City.
I have never seen The Newsies.
Okay, it's fine.
I know. No, I'm
It's
sorry.
fine. It's fine.
I know.
It's fine.
I feel like Mary Clay came as a newsie to your musical theater.
And then you said, I'm never
sure
seeing
did.
that shit.
I think she was in a cast from her surgery at the time too.
She was crutchy. Yes. There's a newsie named Crutchy.
Can I have some more?
That's a different
big
one.
orphan status.
But the newspaper industry in New York City was extremely like basically this was new. Like newspapers like being widely distributed was still kind of a new thing. So there was obviously no checks and balances. So you could just write whatever you wanted. Like you could literally just print lies and people would be
my
like,
God.
oh, that's so spicy. And then like they'd be like eating it up and then telling other people like that was the truth. So like
Interesting.
real problematic. But so this time the Spanish American War, all of the atrocities and everything happening, the newspaper industry in New York ate it up. So in both of the big papers, the New York World and the New York Journal, they preyed on like the fury and emotion of their very captivated readers. So this was a chance, they said, to like unify the country, or at least white Northerners and Southerners. 33 years after the Civil War. So we're not doing great. All the South has been decimated.
But we're gonna unify the whites and it'll be okay.
Yes. And it had a soundtrack. Some of these songs, I could find them nowhere. So I'm actually going to attempt to sing a little bit of what I think they might be.
Are you gonna sight sing them?
No,
Is there music?
I'm just going to improvise.
Okay, we're
I'm gonna
improvising.
improvise.
Okay, gotcha.
So the first song is called Brave Dewey and His Men.
Wait, can I just say that I'm really excited to witness this with like our new microphones, which look like Rockstar microphones. These are like singing microphones, and you're gonna hit it.
No pressure.
All right. So all of the music that's like early music, if you've ever listened to the recordings, it sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah, real crackly. Right?
Yeah, it's like it sounds really tinny. So like this is called Brave Dewey and His Men, and I bet it was like, oh, brave Dewey and his men. He didn't have one, he had 10. But they killed all of the Spanish, and then they took all of their women. Okay, so that's my version of Brave Dewey and His Men. Thank you so much.
I bet that was way better than the original.
It gets way worse, and I'm actually terrified of how this is going to go because it starts getting racist.
You don't have to say the racist stuff.
It's not racist. It's just I'm trying to think of how to do this. Okay, this next one is called
Layla.
"The Belle of Manila," as in Manila, the Philippines.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, there's a belle in the land of Manila. She licks the envelopes. I'm talking Manila. That's all I got for that one.
Wait, okay. Okay, so
You have more?
When you first mentioned this, I thought you had lyrics in front of you,
I did.
but you clearly don't, right?
No, I'm just improvising.
I understand. It sounded like you. Remember, I said you're going to sight sing this because I thought you had music and lyrics.
No,
You have titles.
I have titles.
Okay, great.
Okay.
This I am now
It
more.
makes more sense.
I'm now
Yeah,
more
yeah.
entertained. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't expectations need to be a little bit lower.
I was like, damn, they really were playing fast and loose with the lyrics.
Okay, the final song is called "Ma Filipino Babe," and it's M.A. Ma Filipino Babe. Okay,
Okay, girl.
Come
let
on.
me bring up this next one. Well, when you're talking about a good banh mi, she makes it really delicious for me. She's my Filipino babe. You want some pho? She's got it made. Do you also want some mi kwang? She's got it here for you, my guy. Do you also want banh kyo?
Hey,
It's a
babe.
crispy crepe. Okay.
Aren't those
You
Korean?
said Vietnamese. You look at Vietnamese.
Man, and I just said Korean, so we are not up to date on our
I
food.
looked over and it said Vietnamese food.
I was like, banh mi is not Filipino.
on her fucking
Would you like some adobo? You can ride in my rowboat.
Oh, remember that book that we both read, Arsenic and
Yes.
Adobo, and the main
Yes.
character was Filipina.
Also, if you've ever seen Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, the main character, Josh Chang, and his family is Filipino. That's
really?
my Filipino babe. We just lost all of our Asian listeners. I'm really sorry, guys. We love you, and I do know that the food and cultures are different.
It's not
I am
racism.
an idiot.
We're just idiots.
We're
We're
idiots.
just idiots.
We are idiots.
At first, I was like, "Wait, do the Philippines? Do they have a bond me?"
no.
I just want to let everyone know, if you don't listen to the Patreon, we record our August Patreon episode, which came out in September. Andrew wanted to watch Freakier Friday with us
I can't.
because he thought it was a sequel to The Parent Trap. Okay, we're not like operating on like a high intellectual level here.
It's more than that, okay? It's more than he just wanted to watch it. He insisted.
He did insist because he like bailed and then still made it happen.
He like at the last minute like went to a movie theater
by himself
By
to watch
himself.
Freakier Friday.
and and we had to record later and so he could watch it and everything.
Yeah.
And then he pops on, and after we've been talking about it for like I want to say 15 minutes, he's like, guys, so I do have a confession. I was a little confused when I first started watching this movie because I definitely thought it was Parent Trap. I laughed for I want to say 20 minutes. I like could barely breathe.
It was maybe the funniest thing that's ever happened on this show.
I agree. Anyway, country music in general does hold a real claim. Was that a good?
No, I'm still just
Transition.
laughing about the last thing.
Oh, what a goofus. We love you, Andrew.
Okay, I'm ready to listen now.
All right. So country music in particular, you know, over pop, does hold a real claim on certain military themes.
Yeah, no
So,
shit.
that trend is as old as country music as a commercial genre, really. I know
Why?
we all...
Like, why do
well-
we think? Because it's men? Because it's man heavy?
I think it's because it's man heavy, and I think it's because it was kind of like created almost like as a family friendly genre. And I think that anytime you hear the word family friendly, it almost always skews towards conservatism.
I get that. What do you think, Court?
I don't know. I think older country is a lot more like appeal to the working class.
Yes.
So it's like you're writing music for people who are going to be the most directly affected by
Yeah,
it.
like the roots of country music appeal to the people.
But the roots are like really like
The pre-roots.
they're not
we're
outlaw
yeah,
yet.
we're talking pre-roots.
Yeah.
I guess,
Okay,
but-
gotcha.
So, if you go back to like the 1920s, you have like what we would think of probably as like the first actual country recording artists. So that's people like Fiddlin' John Carson.
Yes. Fiddlin' John
my favorite.
Carson.
Isn't that a famous comedian, Johnny Carson?
Johnny Carson, yeah.
Fiddlin' Johnny
Yeah.
Carson.
I keep forgetting that all of my devices are in use, right? Literally. I can't
Every single
express
one.
how much we have 2 laptops, an iPad, and an iPhone going right now to make this happen. But so I can't look anything up. But I have like a rap fiddle song that I just saved on my likes on Spotify, and I'm trying to remember if his name is like John the Fiddler or something like that. I think it is, or maybe the song is called something about
it's
the
not
fiddler.
this guy though.
No,
I'm
for
pretty
sure. I guess what I'm trying to say is fiddling is still relevant.
Yeah, no, I love a
I
good
guess,
fiddle.
can I ask a clarifying question?
Please.
What is the delineation between like Americana and country music?
So it really didn't start to be called country music until like I want to say like the 60s or 70s. Before then it was, well, maybe the 50s. Before then it was folk. That's what everybody called it. It
Folk.
was folk music.
Gotcha.
And it really was, it was more like what I would think of as folksy, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I'm
lower class struggles and things like that. But this one in particular, Fiddlin' John Carson wrote this song that I think is funny. It's called "I'm Glad My Wife's in Europe," and
Okay.
Dixie Division, less funny. But "I'm Glad My Wife's in Europe" is like during World War One, he wrote it. It's because it's a song about like a guy who's like hates his wife, and she like kind of leaves and goes to Europe for a trip, but then the World War starts and she can't leave.
Wait, that's so fucking funny.
And he's like, I've never been happier a day in my life because my country's great and my wife's in Europe. And he's like, I'm eating steak and she's eating beans and toast. It's literally like that. I won't play it because it is like the worst sounding thing you've ever heard. This early music is just unlistenable.
I'm gonna
But
play a little clip of it quietly for the
Yeah.
listeners.
okay.
I'm glad my wife's in Europe and she can't get back to me. If she gets back from Europe, gonna have to swim the sea. I'm glad that she's in Europe and she can't get back to me.
I always play our music bits at like half volume from our speaking voice.
For some of these, I did manage to get some direct like links, so I'll share this with you for ease. Dixie Division was just a tribute to the 31st Division of the U.S. Army. So here we're getting into specifically like Army's great, like this is awesome.
The Army is great. It really felt that way, not in the Civil War, but like, you know, when our military started by fighting for our country's independence, I understand why you would be like, yeah, fuck yeah,
I mean, we've seen
military.
Hamilton, you know,
We've
I get it.
all seen Hamilton.
Yeah. But like also during that time, I get why. Well, that's super early, but even like Civil War time, you didn't really have a lot of songs that were like, let's all fight and go to war, because it was horrible conditions to be in any of those armies at that time.
The song they needed was A Girl Worth Fighting For from Mulan.
What do we want?
Right?
A girl worth fighting for.
A classic.
Classic.
Absolute classic.
But when shit really started to go down, that would be a little time I like to call World War II.
What? There was a second one?
Yeah, it didn't I would say
Sequel?
it didn't do well.
sequel.
Like, yeah, it didn't like wrap up all the loose ends. So like there
Guys,
needed to be a
isn't it
sequel.
so crazy? Isn't it so crazy that in the last there was there was 2 World Wars and they called it World War One and World War Two?
Yeah.
We need to get, first of all, everybody needs to calm the fuck down. Second of all, we need to give these unique, discrete names. We can't be doing World War One, World War Two. Now it does feel like there's going to be a World War
Yeah,
Three.
it's like
we need to
it
call
needs
them,
to be a trilogy.
we need to call them like, wait, the Axis versus the other side. What was it? The
Allies.
Axis powers versus the
Allies.
Allies. Like call the one the World War. That one was the whole world, and we'll never
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it that bigly again, right?
They called it the Great War until World War II happened.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so the Great
It's actually
War-
a greater war.
We call it the
Not
Great
that
War,
great.
and then the World War,
Mhm.
and then next war something else. Please, that's my I'm submitting that to the council.
It also implies like the entire world was involved when that's not true.
That's very
I think a large
Western
portion of the
centric.
world
This is true, but it's like a
It
large.
was, I think it was a large portion of the world, definitely not the whole world, but all of Europe, and that's what mattered.
And that's the world.
Or at least like a lot of Europe. Everyone was implicated.
So one of the most popular World War II songs was a country song. It's called "There's a Star-Spangled Banner Waving Somewhere" by Elton Britt.
Oh my god, that's like maybe they're looking at the same moon as me.
Yeah. It's actually even sadder. It's a real tearjerker. It's about a man saying how much he wants to go fight for his country, but he's disabled and he can't.
Oh, that's sad.
So it really
That's a story.
But then I think what it's supposed to make the listener think is like, but I'm not disabled. Perhaps maybe I should fight for my country, you know? Okay, so I really like this rhyme. I love a good rhyme. Please don't judge my courage by my twisted leg. Let me help to bring the axis down a peg.
Wow.
That's really good.
He's
hell yeah.
He's it works on 2 levels. Peg.
Yes.
Peg?
Pegging. Knock him down.
Craig's gesturing with hand and foot what she means by peg. I'm confused.
I was like doing a humping gesture, so
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's what he meant.
You know peg? You know like peg? You know like Peggy Hill?
Peg.
So yeah, that topped pop and country charts. It was a real crossover hit. Although they didn't call the genre country yet. They called it folk. During this time, everyone listened to the radio. Obviously, I think we've all heard of the midnight chat or whatever. The fireside chat situation with good old FDR.
Oh yeah. Midnight chat is so much sexier.
I know.
Wait,
Fireside chat's pretty
That's pretty
sexy.
sexy. Damn.
Yeah, he was kind of like a pretty capable and hot president, except he was a little, speaking of disabled. So, bless his heart. Polio. Wish they had vaccines back then, my guy.
And to this very day. There are people that maybe even we know that don't believe in vaccines.
Okay, let's talk about this later after the pod because I need to know who. So variety hours in particular were like very popular. People would just sit on the ground and listen to the radio and use their imagination.
What the fuck else are you gonna do?
Nothing. There's nothing to do. It's probably
That's how they
just
got all
that.
them kids.
yeah, literally.
Fucking listen to the radio.
Listen to the
So
radio.
this was when like the Grand Ole Opry, that was like a show that happened. That was a variety show that came.
That's one of those things where I don't know it actually, but I know how Bob's Burgers spoofed it.
Oh, well, it's also, now like a very famous venue in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Or I think it's Nashville. Obviously, militaristic themes in music are to be expected during wartime. It makes sense. Like, again, what the fuck else is everybody doing? Pop music was doing this too. Who doesn't love Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy? The Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Oh my God. My neighbor, when I was in 5th grade, my 6th grade neighbor, we were having like a block cookout and he came out with his trumpet and like played and then sang Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy and like the whole neighborhood applauded.
What is this song?
And I think I had a crush on him or just liked that he was the center of attention. Not clear.
It's he's the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy from Company B.
Yeah, you definitely know
With
that
the
one.
Anderson sisters, they're all doing tight little harmonies. They got tight little outfits.
I love that kind of music.
Me too.
It's very...
Woo,
I don't know what else.
Let's entertain the troops. Woo! But it was really country music artists who embedded themselves with these themes of militarism and wartime service and like continued singing about them after the war was over. It's like, guys, the war's over. And they're like, no, I still love my country and I want to fight. And it's like, guys, there's no need to fight. The war's over. But they kept singing about it.
They kept fighting.
And they kept fighting. So like, This Is My Country by Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians. That's the name of the band. And Soldier's Last Letter by Ernest Tubb. It's the last letter. It's like a really sad song. 1950s. U.S. was in somewhat of a, pretty like chill place. We had money.
Oh, yeah.
People weren't really like, angry about stuff. Now, I mean, the Cold War and the Korean War were happening.
But they at least weren't here.
Yes.
Wait, I guess none of the other wars were here.
No. But like there was like still a couple like cringy things. There was God's Secret Weapon by Carl Saussman. It combines support for U.S. soldiers with faith. So first kind of time we're really seeing that happen.
Indeed.
Lyrics expressing that the army of the Lord would never fail.
It's kind of like even though America was established as a democracy, this kind of music is kind of turning back to the like monarchical way of being like ordained by God, you know, like God wants America to be victorious.
Yeah.
Even though like why? Because it was created by men for men, and I am using men super gendered right now.
It's like that manifest destiny shit, you know?
Yeah, manifest destiny, exactly. It's like this is what God wants, and it's like, are you sure? Because it's, I mean, like from our perspective right now, 2025, it actually seems like this was a huge prank by God on the Americans. That's how it feels.
Prank. 1960s. Ever heard about them? Time of unprecedented political and societal change and revolution.
Because of the hippies.
It's because of the hippies. And so we're talking about changes not only in music, but also in religion, morality, law and order, clothing, music, drugs, dress, sexuality, you name it. It goes on. A big one, though, is like perceptions of military duty really started to change. And I would say huge split in how Americans viewed like the perception of like military duty to serve your country. So you had many people saying like, why, what war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. I'll say it again now. And then you had other people being like, God said we must do our manifest destiny. So, you know, this is also when we get some bangers though from like Johnny Cash, Patsy Cline,
right.
Willie Nelson. So the majority of Americans, it does seem like we're on the same page, but with country music did develop a little more grit and darkness. However, country music time, sorry, I do have to, this part's very interesting. So this was this like TV program that was created by the US Air Force. There were a few episodes recorded in the early 60s, but it really picks up productions in like the late 60s, and it lasts through 86. Basically, it was a public service addressing like gunning up support for military enlistment and promoting the opportunities that military service provides. It was pre-recorded and sent out to thousands of radio stations. I apologize. It was a radio show, not a TV show. Mm-hmm. So there would be some banter between the artist who was performing and the host of the show, who was always an Air Force recruitment representative. The country music star would sing a couple songs and then they'd hand it over to the recruitment officer, who would do a pitch and be like, young man, are you looking for a job? Do you know what you're going to do with your life after college? Why not think about joining the Air Force? Like that kind of thing. And then they would hand it back to the performer and they would just like play more songs.
Oh my God.
That song lasted.
That's stressful.
The show was like only about 15 minutes long, but it lasted from the 60s to 86.
Damn.
And I find that so embarrassing. There was a lot of artists you would be surprised about who did this, because it was really good publicity, because it was like a public service. So like every single radio station everywhere got it.
I wonder if that was like before. I mean, I feel like it was before celebrities felt like they needed to consider what they were doing politically, because there was a lot fewer celebrities and a lot fewer, I think, political takes, maybe, that the public, there's less pressure, I think, on the public to have takes.
Yeah. You know who wasn't on that show? Johnny motherfucking Cash.
Oh, hell yeah.
God
okay, well,
damn,
maybe I was wrong. Maybe you totally can be a celebrity and think about what your values are.
I think you can be Johnny Cash, but like I think many pop stars and celebrities were like, I need the publicity, I need money.
Do you know who I'm thinking about right now?
Who?
Fucking Snoop Dogg, dude.
He would have done it.
I'm
for
so
sure.
disappointed in him.
Snoop would have done it.
I literally have had a concert shirt that I bought like 6 or 7 years ago when I saw him
and
here.
it's such a cool shirt.
And I am not gonna wear it right now. Like I'm mad at him. Maybe it gets retired forever. It's pretty shredded. I've worn it a lot.
Yeah.
So just so you know, Johnny Cash, his connection to nationalism was complex, if you can believe it. So he did serve in the Air Force during the Cold War, and he was a product of American culture. But his activism focused a lot on like the empathetic patriotism and like a defense of the marginalized, particularly like Native Americans and prisoners, rather than a more conventional or exclusionary form of nationalism, which is crazy to think. Like, is there good nationalism? I would say no, but I guess it depends on who you ask.
It's a gradient. You can get better.
Yeah. I guess like when we're thinking of like ultra nationalism, which is like what we're seeing now, that's when you're like, there's no good version of that.
Yeah, I do I do feel you on that.
Also, he pioneered my personal favorite subgenre of country. That would be outlaw country. So that was 70s to 80s, which
Hell yeah.
has themes of freedom, rebellion, authenticity, and challenging societal norms, and smoking a big old joint. The Vietnam War era, there weren't surprisingly that many like I'm proud to be an American type of songs. People were pretty pissed. Everyone was pretty much on the same page there. We do get some great songs, like 70s songs from Cash, like Man in Black, which is technically a country song, and it's a protest song that like comments on social issues while still affirming an American identity. It's not explicitly nationalistic, but he explains that he's wearing black and highlights like suffering of the poor and addicted and incarcerated, because he's a dope ass dude. And I just like that song in particular because it's a form of social commentary that suggests love for one's country does not preclude a critical view of its problems.
Yes.
So
yeah, totally. We talk about that in literature all the time. Like, you can like or love whatever book you want to, but you have to be like thinking about it critically if you're going to hold it in esteem like that. Please reference my previous podcast, the restricted section.
Also, have you heard of like the term jingoism?
Yes.
Yeah, I have, but I don't know what that means.
Basically, it's like kind of like what we're talking about, but it's like the ultra nationalism where like they're singing songs that are like specifically like not only like America's beautiful, but it's like America's the best. Don't question me. God ordained us to be the best. And if you're not an American, then you suck and should die.
Yeah. And I just can't get behind that.
Yeah, no. No, me neither. But we got some really beautiful country music. Who doesn't love a little John Denver?
I was
gonna say that's one of your records, right?
I just over the weekend bought a record player and got it set up, and I have about 10-12 records right now, and one of them is John Denver because I fucking love John Denver.
Beautiful voice, love his guitar, and I think he's a great lyricist, and I know nothing more about him.
My senses,
yes, so pretty.
Like a night in the forest. I'm gonna do a singing bit. That's my number one lullaby to babies when I babysit.
Oh,
any
that's really
song.
sweet.
Like the mountains in springtime. Like a walk in the rain. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I just sang along with you like how Linda sings along when she doesn't know the words. And that takes us to the song everyone assumes was a direct response to 9/11. Proud to be an American. That's not the name of the song. It's called God Bless the USA.
God bless.
So, listen to this, or maybe you could stop and listen to last year's 9/11 episode for more details on this asshole. Not a good guy. If you can believe it.
We talked about that last year.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, maybe. Right?
I don't know.
Wasn't last year our first 9/11 episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about this. Oh, because Haley went on like a tirade.
Yes.
I was like, we were talking about something totally
Haley
different.
got shit to say.
Yeah,
so the song
sure do.
The song was like only a moderate hit in the 80s because he just like randomly released it in the 80s, and like everyone wasn't necessarily like, it wasn't a great time. Reagan was president and lots of interesting sentiments going around, but like, there was no 9/11 that had happened that everyone was like, yeah, God bless the USA.
Yeah.
Woo! We've also got some nationalistic, but like with more of a like both sides should unite and kick the bad guy's ass, like
both
vibe,
sides of what
type of songs.
Oh, you mean like they're not so conservative? It's like we all need to come together.
Yeah. Like Hank Williams Jr. does like does this song called "A Country Boy Can Survive." That's like about
that song is fucking good. Have you ever heard
I've
that
heard
song?
it's a good song.
It's a good song.
I heard a tiny clip, so we'll play a little clip for you listeners, mayhaps, if Christina's feeling generous.
I am.
I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive.
And that takes us to the 90s. The 90s, just like we kind of chatted about before this, they ushered in a mainstream country boom with the popularization of pop country icons. I'm talking Shania Twain. I'm talking Martina McBride. I'm talking Reba. I'm talking Tim McGraw, Faith Hill.
I know Cortney's household loves Reba.
We do.
Reba.
We're big Reba people.
Yeah. Maybe we'll, if Freddie allows, we'll attach a picture of him dressed up as Reba for his country
No, he was dressed up as Willie Nelson.
Why have I seen him in a Reba wig then?
It was a Willie Nelson wig. Willie Nelson had long red hair.
That was not a Reba costume.
No, it was a Willie Nelson costume.
My whole life.
You might be confusing me doing Reba at karaoke.
No, I'm not. I thought he was Reba.
I think that, Leela, you're confusing because Cortney has said before that they want to throw a party where everyone comes as...
They
we
literally
did a country
did.
music party.
You did? Then who
but
did he come
was
as?
wearing like overalls and no shirt and
I remember. I do remember that
and
because oh my god,
pigtails.
that was the party where we were playing games outside, and I was like, Freddie, everybody's smoking inside, and he was like, yeah, I want to go smoke, and I was like, I want to too, but I don't want to forget to come back outside. And he looked me in the eyes, and he was like, we're gonna go in, we're gonna hit the joint twice, and we're gonna come back out. And I was like, okay,
we got a plan.
I just want to backtrack real quick. If you guys think Leela does, I know, Leela, you've been doing beautiful research for this episode, and I love your research episodes.
Thank you.
Love them so much. But if you guys think Leela does any technical work, I just want to harken back to 2 minutes ago when she said, we're going to attach to this podcast a picture of our friend Freddie. What is that? What is attach a picture to a podcast?
In the show notes.
We can't embed photos.
Listen, every podcast needs someone who does all the work and then someone else who's a personality hire.
She was a personality hire, and I've never regretted it. Never once, baby.
Okay, I swear I have a picture on my phone somewhere of your husband with a red wig on.
Did he wear
It's a Willie Nelson wig.
No, he wore a short wig for something.
And maybe it was like a one of our themed party, like
He's
a pop
worn a lot
star
of wigs.
pop star party, maybe. I don't know.
He has worn a lot of wigs in his day.
But anyway, let's go, girls. Of course, conservatives gonna conserve or whatever, maybe not. They're not. But so Toby Keith, comes in the 90s with like Should Have Been a Cowboy, which not that bad, but it's just kind of cringy. It's expressing a longing for, a simpler time. We've heard that before, right? More a romanticized version of the American West, which did not exist.
The simpler time when America didn't exist yet and everyone was just like trying to figure it out through war and gumption.
Yeah.
I should have been a cowboy. You know that song?
I don't. That's this one that I'm just talking about.
It's a good song.
Oh, okay.
But it's very that. It's like, remember when men were men?
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah, in the old West when there was no laws and you could die of
there
a
was
gun
chivalry,
or dysentery.
But you could string up a man for stealing a horse.
Like, sounds horrible. Yeah, and I just watched Back to the Future 3 again recently, which takes place in the Old West. Highly recommend. It's really fun. And it seems like an awful place to live. Also really fun, really dumb but fun 90s country songs come up at this time when they start taking themselves less seriously. Like,
hell yeah.
She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy, like that type of
Watermelon
song.
Crawl.
Yes.
Yeah.
By,
Chattahoochee.
Yeah.
Funny
fun fact, my family on my mom's side were all from Cataloochee, which rhymes.
Way down yonder.
It's way down yonder. It's in a valley and like deep in the Appalachian Mountains in eastern North Carolina. You have to take like a crazy winding road to get there. Anyway, boom. It's 9/11, or should I say, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wait, I want to pause.
Okay.
Cortney, where were you on 9/11?
I was in, I guess, third grade or fourth grade.
Fourth grade. Are you 1 year behind me?
Yes.
You were in fourth grade.
And they wheeled in the TV. And they said, let's watch this. This is a historic moment. And then it happened again, and they said, let's maybe turn this off. You guys are going to have to go home. So we went home early.
I think we had a TV in like in the corner. That can't be right.
That's
right?
my story. You're telling my story.
Well, we had a TV that they turned it on.
And, you mean your classroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they let us go home early. And I don't really remember many more details than that.
We probably told it last year. The reason I said that's my story is because when I got home from school, my family did this thing.
Yeah.
We had our corner TV in the corner of the kitchen. There was like 45 like other gigantic TVs in the house, but everyone always just like leaned into the corner of our counter, like just like a self-tapering torture. We leaned into the tiniest TV in the house. When I got home, my dad was like 1 inch away from the TV, leaning in the corner of the kitchen, weeping. I remember last year I asked him if he knew anyone who died in 9/11, and he said yes, 2 friends, because he's a big business boy.
Yeah, that's right.
And we also lived in Northern Virginia.
Man. So everyone is either panicked, numb, angry, traumatized, combination of a bit of both from column A and B, all of the above. Lee Greenwood becomes a millionaire when God Bless the USA hits the top of the charts for the Billboard Top 100, not just country, the Billboard Top 100.
Damn.
For all of 2001, like the whole year. People cannot get enough of it. And of course, the top of the chart in hot country. My personal least favorite country song of all time, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, The Angry American, in parentheses, by Toby Keith, became an anthem of post 9/11 defiance, expressing anger and a call for retribution against those who attacked the United States. Courtney, you want to give us a little clip from that song?
I'm brought to your... Oh, wait. I got a better part. This big dog will fight when you rattle his cage.
Oh,
You'll be sorry that you messed with the U.S. of A.
And then the crowd goes wild.
Put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
boot in the ass.
Boot in the ass.
I could do the whole thing. I won't, but
yeah, I hate that song. It's so embarrassing, you know?
Can I have a little thing about Toby Keith.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay,
We're
so-
getting towards the end, so you're fine.
Hit us, Courtney.
I despise Toby Keith. I think
As
he's
you
a
should.
fucking hack.
Yeah.
And I think he sucks. And it's good to know that country music is not a monolith. Chris Christopherson, personal favorite of mine, they notoriously hated each other. And there's this funny little... They crossed paths at Willie Nelson's birthday shortly after 9/11. As he passed Christopherson, one long, confident stride, out of the corner of his mouth came, "None of that lefty shit out there tonight, Chris."
Mm-hmm.
"What the fuck did you just say to me?" Chris growled, stepping forward.
Yeah.
"You heard me," the star said. "Don't turn your back on me, boy," Christopherson shouted, not giving a shit that basically the entire music industry seemed to be flanking him. "You ever worn your country's uniform?" "Don't what me, boy? You heard the question. You just don't like the answer." "You ever served your country?" "The answer is no, you have not." "Have you ever killed another man? Huh? Have you ever taken another
This
man's
is Chris
life?"
saying this?
Yes.
Okay.
"And then cashed the check your country gave you for doing it?" "No, you have not. So shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
and then this is the thesis of what I think about all of this.
Okay.
They're doing to country music what pantyhose did to finger fucking. It's what he told Willie Nelson because he fucking hated everything that whole jingoistic bullshit, pandering, warmongering.
My jaw
One-
is agape.
My jaw and my draws are
Yeah.
dropped.
My draws.
What pantyhose did to finger fucking.
Hell yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck those. I
Fuck
hate
that guy.
honestly, I hate pantyhose. They're so uncomfortable. I'm more of a tights girl. Although pantyhose are hot when they're black.
Well, here's the thing. You can get tight, like I think pantyhose to me like harkens back to a time when they were not structurally sound. But you
Yeah.
can buy, but like tights to me are structurally sound. You can
Yeah.
buy high tech tights pantyhose crossovers these days.
Yes.
Where they're like strong, they're long and they're strong and they're down to get the friction on when you can't finger fuck.
Yeah. It's
Dude.
so true. What?
There's nothing hotter though than having pantyhose peeled like or tights like peeled off of you in
Yeah.
preparation to get finger fucked or otherwise fucked. Like that's hot.
But I think he's coming at it from...
No, I get you. Sorry.
Ugh. Can't get through there. You got to tear them apart.
Ooh, that's hot too,
Damn.
but you gotta buy me new ones.
Yeah.
They didn't have the money back then.
Don't grow
Well,
on trees.
That's why.
Probably.
That's why in college all of my fishnets had the crotches like ripped out.
Fuck,
Such
Tina,
a
you're
whore.
such a slut.
Some of it was just from wear and tear, Leela.
just the crotch, Tina.
I had a couple. Yeah, no, not just the crotch, but like by far the mostly in the crotch from walking, making my way downtown.
Crotch, vagina blowing in the wind now. Yeah. We also have some somber hits. You know, like obviously of a sad time for many, including your father, Tina.
I don't know why somber. Okay, well,
Somber hits.
I'm sure it was a sad time for my dad. Semicolon. He has like 11,000 contacts in his phone, so like a guy he knew could mean anything.
So like Alan Jackson's Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning?
Teaching a class full of innocent children. We're working on some stage in LA.
Yeah. So, of course, if you can imagine, this is when we're seeing much less of like, America is so beautiful, am I right? Type of songs, and a whole glut of broadly patriotic songs featuring themes of unity, but not really. You know what I mean? Like, they always say it's about unity, and I'm like, but you're being so divisive.
I think that song, okay. It still fits in the pantheon of like terrible jingoistic 9/11 songs, but
not so
it
much.
At least explores the nuances of feeling guilty or confused.
What song?
Going out and buying a gun.
Am I supposed to know this song?
It's
Going to
Alan
church.
Jackson, Where Were You, in parentheses, When the World Stopped Turning.
Okay, I guess I don't know these songs.
Yeah, they were pumped into. I was hearing them at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning on the school bus on the way in. So
Yeah.
they were ever present.
I feel like that like washed over me as like grown-up music. You know what I mean? I was like, well, I just bought my first Britney Spears CD,
Yeah.
so
It did
I don't
prompt
care.
me to ask my teacher what the difference in Iraq and Iran is. And
Ooh, that's
get
cool.
this, he didn't know. Because this was Spotsylvania
no.
Elementary School. and-
God.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't have it like that.
Yeah. So, a significant turning point in country music going strongly conservative and nationalistic occurred at a certain Dixie Chicks concert, now called the Chicks, but I'm gonna refer to them in this instant as the Dixie Chicks because that was their name back
You're
then.
dead naming them.
I am dead naming them, but it's different.
We were talking. They're like rebuilding our beloved local baseball stadium. The Flying Squirrels have come up now twice this episode, and we went the day after Leela, like me and Greer and Mary Clay and Brooke and Haley, and we were talking about how whatever they call the stupid it's called Carmack's Park is what it's going to be. It's bought by CarMax, and we were like, we're gonna dead name this fucking institution.
It's a Diamond 2.0.
We're going to the Diamond.
The Diamond it is.
I'm not calling it Carmack's Park.
Fuck CarMax. They
Don't
wouldn't
want
hire
to deal
me.
with CarMax. Yeah.
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 Why didn't you hire our friend?
Failed their personality test.
Fuck that.
Unfortunately.
Well, everyone, 100% of the people that I know who have worked there have wanted to quit and then did quit. So
Yeah.
I hope that serves as some
Yeah,
consolation.
it is
to you.
some comfort. Some small comfort.
So we're all aware of this, at least vaguely aware of this, like this instance in country history with this Dixie Chicks concert. Where do you guys think this concert was? Just guessing.
Texas.
Okay,
right?
Texas. What about you, Tina?
I'm gonna guess Tennessee.
It was in London. What the fuck?
London.
Okay, well, I could have guessed 50 times and never left the country.
That's why I asked, because I wanted to be right.
Oh my god, good job. Look who knows. The girl who did the research. Leela. Go Leela.
Yay me. So it was in London, which also like pisses me off because I'm like, I've seen that video and people are booing and I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't even go here.
That was so stupid.
Oh my god. So Natalie Maines, the lead singer of the Chicks, she's very, very talented. She candidly criticized George Bush and the imminent Iraq war. I really don't even think that she really didn't lay into him. All she really said is that I'm ashamed that he's from Texas because we're Texans. Yeah. That's like mostly all that she said. And she said something else, like a little something about like that it sucks, like this war is imminent and I feel like it's his fault. Something like that.
He also wrote some like protesty songs in the wake of the Iraq war, like Traveling Soldier.
Yes.
You know that song?
I love the Dixie. I love the Chicks. I'm a big Chicks fan. I always have been.
So it was like a theme in their music. It just wasn't something that was being said on like the main stage of a country music concert.
And so she said it. This effectively ended their career, which is crazy because they had just released an amazing album called Home that has some amazing hits on it.
It does. It's a good album.
It's a great album. It blacklisted them from country radio. And country radio was and kind of is like, that's how a lot of them make their money. A lot of these country stars make their money. So they had no career anymore.
Damn.
That was
That's
it.
brutal.
It wasn't until 2020 when they finally got another single. Like somebody would finally like sign them.
Damn.
And it's a great single. It's called Black Lighter. No, it's called Gaslighter.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yes. And it's really fun and good. We should listen to it after this.
Okay.
But this reaction from the music industry and country music fans basically like scared the shit out of all country artists. And what it taught them is that in order to be successful, they had to stay far away from any lyrics or statements implying criticism of the far right.
Damn.
Yes. So I personally think that this was like the final straw.
Yeah.
And what really...
It was like the point from which we could not return.
Yes. Because you do have the natural emotions and fury and all that other stuff that come from the attack on 9/11. So I get that, how that would be reflected in the lyrics. But I think it's the inability to criticize any America's response to 9/11 that really made the country music go into this like kind of like fluffy pandery cornfields and Jesus, you know, shit.
Pandering cornfields and Jesus.
I'm like not even exaggerating
No, it's
that
like
much.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So that's kind of, I think that's like the final straw. Now 2010s nationalism still remains strong. But then we have pop country. So we've got the arrival of baby Taylor Swift.
Oh my God, Taylor Swift. I didn't even think of her once this whole fucking episode because
Does she have a Soldier
she
song?
sold out from her country music
Or
so
like a
quickly.
God Bless the
I
USA
don't
song?
know. I don't believe she has a God Bless the USA type song, but she has a real twang.
She has like an Americana energy.
And really like that's just kind of what that's like the only thing that's not this horrible country in the 2010s that we're talking about. And even now it's like Taylor Swift, guess what? It's all women. Carrie Underwood, which she gets pretty pandery, I'm not gonna lie.
For sure, but before he cheats his masterpiece.
Is amazing.
Wait, can I ask a question about Taylor
Please.
Swift?
Yeah.
So like she's got her start as a country star.
Yes.
And she was a very mainstream country star, which was
Yes.
like it broke through to me when maybe because she was a young woman too.
Sure.
But like she pretty quickly dropped country.
Yes.
Like, do you think that she was using country as a way to like get in on like a more niche like genre? Or
Isn't she from Connecticut? or
she's
some
from
shit?
she's from rural Pennsylvania, and
Speaking of, you don't even
Yeah.
go here. Like,
yeah, she's from rural Pennsylvania, but like the richest family in town. Like her father owned like a small bank, and so no.
Or do you think that she just like loved country music and then got famous from it and was like, wait, maybe I can do other stuff now?
I think that it's a little bit of both. I think that she wanted to record the kind of music that she and her friends liked listening to.
Yeah, and it's like write what you know.
easy vein to tap into, too.
Yes.
Like, at this point.
Yeah, okay.
And she did okay. I mean, listening back to it now is very funny because she does this like fake twang that's like kind of annoying now.
That's the thing is like there was a non-zero amount of
Juliet will never have the bail.
Not even that one. I'm thinking like Tim McGraw.
That's
When
bad,
you think Tim McGraw, I hope you think my favorite song.
there's definitely a non-zero amount of like acting, like play
Yes.
acting.
Who else? Blake Shelton, Miranda Lambert. Really, who I
What
love.
did Miranda Lambert sing? I feel like I should know the women.
She's. I feel like I know,
Couldn't
but
tell
now
you.
I can't tell you.
It's literally so bland that it is
Yeah.
one in one year out the other.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah. Now, hope for country music. Casey Musgraves.
I love Casey Musgraves.
Who does? I mean, who doesn't? I'll tell you who doesn't.
And that
the far
is
right.
it is country music, but there's like something different about it that I
referring to
can't
this
put my
far
finger on.
No.
What'd you say?
Because I was sitting to the far right.
Oh.
I thought you were.
No. So Casey Musgraves actually, her breakout album happened in, I want to say like 2019, maybe 2018. It's the album that has Slow Burn and just a lot of hits. And she's just very talented and I think a very skilled songwriter was kind of what we're thinking. She has really thoughtful lyrics, a lot of heart, telling real stories. The things that we like about country music. But back in 2013, she was a little more goofy, still trying to get her...
What does she say?
So in 2013, she sang this song called Follow Your Arrow, which I love. It's very silly, but it definitely, it's subtly, like really subtly, but it subtly addresses like smoking marijuana and a live your own life, like you do you kind of attitude about gay people. In that song, it actually reached #2 on the Billboard Top Country Hits of the Year. As you can imagine, so the line is,
So make lots of noise and kiss lots of boys and kiss lots of girls if that's something you're into.
Oh my God, that's so progressive.
So roll up a joint or don't. Just follow your arrow wherever it goes. It's a real, pretty unoffensive, right? It received some mixed reviews from conservatives due to the song's lyrics. They claimed the country tune was in a quote attack on Christians.
Yeah, no shit.
While others called it a sign of a shift in country music, and I think that's like how I like to think about it. So at its core, in summary, country music, it should be about connecting with quote unquote real Americans, right? Connecting with
community.
The working class, connecting with your communities.
Hell yeah.
Telling stories about heartbreak and hardship and love and standing up to the man, giving it back to the man, right?
Yeah.
So I've got hope that through artists like Casey and others that I couldn't find.
Yeah,
but there are
I've
others.
heard some more like country style music.
Yeah.
I've actually heard a couple different, like something I've been vibing on lately is like this genre of like, I think it's kind of like pop country with like a little bit of hip hop that's like sung by black men, and it's for like
Old Town Road
stuff like Old Town Road, or like what's that one about, like, oh my God, it's like it's literally everywhere. It's like something about fucking whiskey. It's like such
anything.
It's a really big song. As soon as I play it for you guys after this / for the listeners right now, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jay Daniels got a history.
But I feel like I like that a lot, and it's like kind of
Orville Peck, openly homosexual man who makes like very kind of old style country music.
Really? I don't know that guy.
He wears masks. He's
Yeah,
very sexy.
and Leila brought up Old Town Road, and I feel like that's part of why that was so scandalous, because little
is.
Nas X is
But
so gay.
And it's so country. That song is very country. Like,
it has Billy Ray Cyrus in it. Get more country. I dare you.
Like, you can't. And he's a fucking cunt in a bad way. But he's in that song, and I think that's hilarious. There's like also really meaningful and lovely country songs that have come out within the past few years, within the past decade even. There's this song I love by this band, the Brothers Osborne, called Weed, Whiskey, and Willie, and it's like Willie Nelson.
Oh,
and
I thought it was for sure a penis, and I was like, Lila, you just said it was beautiful. Like, what are you doing?
we should listen to that too. It's beautiful and makes me cry.
Okay.
It's basically like, I've got bottles and vinyl stacked to the ceiling. I get stoned for survival. It helps with the heaving. When it all goes to hell, the only thing I believe in is weed, whiskey, and Willie. Right? Like, it just like, and you just like feel something a little bit. And I'm like, oh my God, country music that can make me feel something.
I've been like pretty depresso the last couple weeks, and that really spoke to me.
Right? Also, Ethel Cain is kind of more of like a folk pop type artist, but she is a trans art girl from like the deep South.
Okay.
Her
that is
breakout,
like a huge strength in and of itself.
Quite problematic.
Okay,
Really?
well, I didn't know about that. I really love her music. It makes me cry, but
What's problematic?
yeah.
Tell us everything.
You should look into her recent feud with Lana Del Rey. There's some she was a Tumblr girly that, let's say, one, she like body shamed and kind of bullied Lana Del Rey for years, but also
That's fucked
she was really into incest and like incest storylines.
Really into incest.
Yeah, really into incest.
Hard to forgive.
Really into incest.
Hard to look
So
past that.
You know, there are some things that
Really
have
into incest.
recently that are slightly problematic.
My voice keeps going higher and higher.
Really into incest.
All right. Well, like, maybe don't listen to Ethel Cain then. I really
I feel like my whole family is men, and I just have never thought about incest once in my life.
I mean,
I think it's like she has this lyric in her song from that album, Preacher's Daughter. I think literally her dad is a preacher, so that's tough.
Yeah.
And that's like, God, if you're here, why can't I feel you in this room? Like, and it's like, it's so hard because like she's like singing in the choir, but it's hard because everyone hates her because she's trans. And then, also into incest. So, that one's valid.
Yeah. You why do you hate her? That's
valid.
That tells me if you're a good person or not.
Yeah. So, I have hope maybe artists will be brave and they're going to write about real stuff. Maybe they'll write about the truth, like the real truth, not the Trump truth, as it happens to our generation.
Social.
Yeah. So yeah. That's that.
That's that. Leela, do you want to wrap this up with a little cooler cringe?
Yes.
I wrote them, don't worry.
Okay. Yes, let's play cooler cringe because I forgot to do that.
I did too.
Also...
That's what I've been doing right here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because our game that we usually play, horny, sad, or just plain bad, sometimes doesn't apply. What is this? It's bad.
Cringe.
It's not horny.
It's not horny for sure. So, Cortney, cringe or cool, stopping everything to dance and sing a little bit when Shania Twain says, "Let's go, girls." Cool or cringe?
Cringe.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because you're a misogynist.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
You hate women and you don't want them to have
Let's
fun.
go, girls. I don't hate women. I just,
Courtney hates
the song is
Let's
fine.
Going Girls.
I don't like Let's Going Girls.
Leela, cool or cringe?
Cool.
I think cool.
Okay.
And there's this. I have this beloved live photo. Me and my mom were at a family member's wedding with my brothers, and we were trying to get a photo of the four of us, my mother and my brothers, and Shania Twain's what is that? I Feel Like a Woman comes on, and the live shows my brother standing completely stock still, handsome as hell, and me and my mom both kicking our feet and pumping our fists and going and I love it.
Man, shirts, short skirts.
What? Yeah.
Courtney, cool or cringe? Saying "bless her heart."
Oh, cool.
That's cool. Leela,
I like it. I think it's
bless
cool.
your heart is you dumb cunt.
No, but it can mean so many things. I think that's why I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Because
it is it's very interesting linguistically.
yeah, it can be genuine. I will literally be oh my somebody's
God,
dad
bless
just
her
died, and
heart.
I'll just and her car just broke down, and I'll be like, oh my God, bless your heart. I'm so sad. But then sometimes
most of the times it's you sweet idiot, bless your heart.
or sometimes I've heard even my Nana's friends she's real Southern, she's Appalachian, she'll say stuff like, oh, that baby is ugly as sin, bless its heart. You know what I mean? It can be real cunty.
Oh, there's 50 shades of patronizing that you can use that one for.
Or you can just do a
bless
quick
your
look
heart.
you up and down.
Bless your
Bless your
heart.
heart.
Bless your heart. Courtney, cool or cringe? Having proud to be an American stuck in your head. What is it called? God bless USA.
Yeah, God bless the
Having
USA.
God bless the USA stuck in your head. Courtney, cool or cringe?
I mean, it's cringe, but it is one of my it is something that routinely gets stuck in my head. And I mean on a weekly basis, probably.
Sure, it's gonna be stuck in all of our listeners' heads now.
All of those songs.
Well, you guys know it from last 9/11 episode that every field day in elementary school after 9/11, we had to do a flag dance to that song, a choreographed
I
flag
forgot about
dance. All the kids in the school, so it is stuck in my head forever, and it's one of my stimming songs, which sucks.
That sucks.
And it is cringe. I hate that it's stuck in my head. It's cringe.
Yeah.
Okay, cringe. Courtney, cool or cringe? Identifying yourself as an American abroad.
This is a controversial thing, I think, but there are things that make me proud to be an American, even today. I think it is increasingly difficult.
No, please.
And-
I need to hear some hope. So tell me.
I'm free. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so 9/11 is a bit of a special focus historically for me. And of late, there are two things that I can rely on that make me proud to be an American and that I think are badass.
I'm running out of lyrics. Hurry up.
Americans fist fighting pickpocketers in other countries. I'm very proud of
hell
that.
yeah.
I do like that.
Rip 'em by the ponytail. Not for me, motherfucker. Not today.
I do love that.
And in that similar vein, there was a lot of heroism that happened on 9/11 and in the wake of 9/11.
That's true.
And it was a tumultuous time emotionally, and that brought out the best and the worst of people. But fist fighting a terrorist to wreck a plane
Hell yeah.
versus letting it crash into the
that's
Capitol.
cool. Wait, were we talking
That's
about that in the
badass.
group chat?
Oh, I always talk about that.
Someone
United
was-
93, never forget. Never
Someone
forget.
was talking about that specific fist fight to me recently. Maybe it was you.
Yeah, boiling hot water and throwing it in a terrorist's face and,
Oh.
saying I'd rather crash this plane into a field than let you do more terrorism on my country.
Oh, that
That's
gives me
badass.
chills.
That makes me proud to be an
gonna cry.
American. There is still that, I think, in most Americans. And that is me being the most hopeful that I've
for
been.
sure. Don't forget my first panic attack was about thinking about 9/11 going down in a plane.
Yeah.
My first ever panic attack, and I think I've had one more since then. It's like not a big number.
Don't worry, TSA will protect us.
I was gonna say, I think my least favorite.
motherfucking A.
I think my least favorite part of 9/11 is what it happened to.
Country music after
No,
9/11?
what happened to freaking American like air travel?
Just say America. No,
American
the air travel is a
travel.
big part of it.
Yeah.
No,
It wasn't
right.
what I was saying. Cut me off before I was done.
Sorry.
It's okay.
But like what happened to America after 9/11, that wasn't good either.
also, that is
Wasn't
true.
great.
The only thing that makes me proud to be an American, and it is stolen valor, is going outside. I'm like, wow, boy howdy, it is pretty
Beautiful.
out here.
Yeah.
It's like
True.
it's truly a beautiful country. And I walk outside and I'm like, and I stole this. Like, fuck. But at least I get to look at it. I don't know. Courtney, cringe or cool wearing cowboy boots?
Cool.
Leila?
I think cool. I would have said cringe maybe if you had asked me like 2 years ago or maybe even 5 years ago, but I feel like it is a good look. And I like especially the pointy ones that you could use them as a weapon.
Okay, I want to reiterate. Is this for all genders or just for women?
No, it's for everybody. Cowboy boots are for everybody. But don't be a poser about it also. But also, who am I to say?
But
Maybe be a
but
poser
we
about it.
would
Who
be
cares?
posers if we wore them.
I'm not a poser wearing cowboy boots.
Are you a farmer?
I grew up on a farm.
She is.
Oh, okay.
So, no, I feel very comfortable
She
wearing
has like
cowboy
a
boots.
veritable like garden and menagerie. She's like as close as she gets to being a farmer
That's
on the
so
amount of
true.
land she has.
I
Yeah.
had these cowboy boots in like early college that my mom got taps put on because I always like I'm really hard on my feet and I scuff them and they were expensive. So I
Yeah.
would just be like tap dancing everywhere I went. And I mean like that's a poser,
Leila,
right?
that's crazy.
There's always a musical
That's the
child.
most you thing I've ever heard.
Imagine I'm your daughter and you're like, let's put let's make her shoes tap shoes.
You know,
That's
she's
like,
not getting enough of attention.
Wait, Courtney, have you owned cowboy boots?
I have every type of boot you could ever.
No,
You could
that's
ever
true.
want or
Courtney does
imagine.
love a boot.
I
If
love
she's
a
not
boot.
barefoot, she's booted.
I'm booted. Barefoot or
Okay,
booted.
so I'm in the minority here because I've never owned a cowboy boot, and I think that they are cringe. I think that they look. Well, here's the thing: for me, they're cringe. I think that they definitely have looked cute on other people. Like I definitely have friends who look cute as shit in a cowboy boot, but for me, I've never been able to like talk myself into wearing them.
Stylistically, I do not like them tucked into pants.
Oh, God,
but
that's
if
bad.
it is, but
That's
if it is
very
in a,
skinny jean of you.
yeah. But if it's a practical reason, like you do that when you work outside.
Oh
and,
yeah, sure,
you know,
whatever.
But
People who
That's
be
one thing,
working
but
farms look cool no matter what shit they're wearing.
stylistically, I hate it.
Okay.
I do hate that.
Jason got a pair of cowboy boots when we were in Texas and
That's
San
hot.
Antonio where his family lived. It was like
Dude, a man in a boot. I don't care about cowboy boots specifically, but as a large girl, a man in a boot, I feel like it grounds him to the
Clomping around.
ground, and I can like run into him and he don't fall down.
Yes, Hagrid.
Okay, for me, it's not cowboy boots. It's
what?
Tim's. I love a man in
Ew.
Tim's.
That's so
Tim's.
Norfolk of
That
you.
is so 757 of you.
I love a man in
Damn.
Tim's.
But yeah, Jason, it also added like an inch and a half, maybe more to his height, which
You don't
was
need
like
that, Layla.
no, I know that, and I didn't necessarily
greedy.
like that.
She's being greedy.
Oh, calm down.
I finally found myself a boyfriend who's 2 inches taller than me.
All right, well, there you go. But yeah, it made him like 6'5", and I was like, this is too much.
Too
He's
much,
too powerful
man.
now. I can't handle this.
Still the gentlest man you've ever met in your life.
Yeah.
Courtney, cool or cringe serving your country?
I think it depends your motivations, but oftentimes the people that I know who have had military service, it has made them a more critical thinker of their country and of
I've
the
kind of
decisions
found that to be
people
true,
in
like-
power make.
Yeah, I found that to be a little bit true for
A
sure.
la Chris Christopherson. It's
Ah.
usually the people who are not willing to actually put their money where their mouth is that are the most like rah, let's go murder people. The
So-
people who have to actually go do it are usually not.
So,
super jazzed.
Courtney, serving your country, cool or cringe?
Cool.
Okay, Leela,
Wow.
serving your country, cool or cringe?
I'm gonna say cringe.
So you hate the troops.
I personally have not met people that are in the military that are critical of it. I would love
Mario?
to meet those people. I don't know him at all. So
They must
Guys,
not exist then.
Hey guys, we have a friend named Mario, and he is critical of
no,
the military.
that's really cool. I think like maybe I've talked to him for like one sentence.
I'm bringing him up because he's like a lifelong military man.
Also, our
Okay.
friend Mike.
Okay.
I don't think he's critical of the military, but I think he's critical of like the institution, capital I, for sure.
He seems awfully patriotic to me in a
I-
way that is off-putting personally.
I think it's like 50% like facade. Like both of them
Okay.
do it. They're both pretty. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I can't talk about him too much.
yeah, let's maybe move on from that. I think I associate, it's probably all comes down to my religious trauma, because I think every single person in the military I've met, maybe aside from Mike, is like also quite devout and also like other things. Like my little sister who hates podcasts and comedy and would never listen to this, she told me when she was pregnant with her first baby that whenever she passed like those giant obnoxious American flags people will sometimes have, like on the way to Williamsburg, that she would cry. And I asked her why, and she said because of our troops. And like it's like stuff like that makes my skin crawl, and I don't really support much of what the military is doing right now. So.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say serving your country is cool because I'm thinking about even like other things like being in the Department of Education and stuff. Like I think that having that level of responsibility.
Oh, well, I didn't
like,
know that was an option.
I just said serving your country. I think that's cool. I think that like being in the military, because you still have like an idealistic view of like what that can be done with that power, is like it's cool if you like really believe in it. Like I also don't agree with like what the capital I institution is doing these days, but like I think serving your country generally is cool as shit. And I also think that there's, serving your country, you can go even into the subcategories of like trying to be your city's mayor, and like we have a new mayor in Richmond who's like better than the last one, and like that's cool as shit too.
It's kind of like voting, where it's like,
That's serving your country.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. It's like you have to participate in the system if you want to be able to change it in the slightest.
I agree.
So you oftentimes are not just going to be able to yell at the sun and get it to set. It's like you have to actually put some work in.
I respect the people who are like out here trying to like make the world better, who do go into the system because to serve their country because they think they can. They think they're that strong, or like they're like they have like that much experience or whatever. They think they really can make a difference. Like I respect that.
Even like a teacher or social worker, like you're not saying the institution is great because I participate in this. You're saying what option do we have?
What option do we have? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty broad. I think when you hear the phrase serve your country, you're not immediately thinking like the Department of Education. I personally, like when I heard serve your country, I'm thinking serve it as an enlisting in your military.
Yeah, for sure. But also like, that's why it's cool that we all three answered, because like I had a different view on it.
Yeah, I just don't like being them in the minority.
Well, it's okay, honey. Also, this whole conversation, I just keep thinking about Jodie Foster from fucking Silence of the Lambs, because she's studying to become an FBI agent, and I'm like, she's a good person.
That's so true.
She's one of the good ones.
Okay, Courtney, cool or cringe making jokes about 9/11? And don't forget, you've been on this whole episode.
I think you can make jokes about anything, but you need to have an understanding of the context.
Yes.
So is it cool or cringe?
Depends on the person telling it. But cool if it's a funny joke.
Courtney said
if
cool.
the joke is funny, it's cool.
Layla, cool or cringe?
I think it's cool. Now, my question for you, would you say like some kid was born in like 2006 making a 9/11 joke, like that's not cool?
Cool for us only. Specifically.
Maybe if they have the context, but I think a lot of that is like, how do you have that context unless you live?
I agree.
it?
I agree, because I think that what makes us laugh so much about 9/11 jokes is that we do kind of all have this like
It's a
shared trauma.
It's the trauma.
Yeah.
It's we literally made like a disclaimer about this in last year's episode. Like, guys, we're not making fun of like the death and tragedy. We're making fun of our own trauma
not.
and our like lived experience of watching the entire world turn upside down, like after this thing that happened.
Yeah. Even the music industry.
I'm also gonna say making jokes about 9/11 is cool.
All right, there you go.
Okay, Courtney, loving national parks, cool or cringe?
Cool.
That's cool.
National parks is one of the best things we have. In this
Say
country.
cringe and get beat up right now.
Yeah.
I think it's so cringe. I wish there was more hotels. No, obviously that's so cool. The national parks that's like the little that we have that we can look at and remember how beautiful our country once was.
I do think that the cringe side is that we have to have them, but I think
Yes.
I think it's cool that someone was like, let's protect land, is like especially the super dope one.
Yeah.
And I've been to a lot of our national parks, and a lot of them are extremely
Very
mind-bogglingly beautiful. Yeah.
I think like Theodore Roosevelt, who founded all of the parks, I think that he would totally be your type. He seems hot.
He's in my
He's like a
in my
scrappy
dream blunt
buff
rotation / presidents I would fuck.
I would totally.
Yeah.
He's a total pilf.
A president I like fuck.
What's the last national park you went to? We live about a 90-minute drive from Shenandoah National Park. I will say that, so it's okay.
I've like driven through Shenandoah National Park most recently, but like the last one I've like visited and stayed in was probably like Rocky Mountain National Park.
Rocky Mountain High. Leela, what's the last national park you were in?
Googling national parks near me.
It's the Shenandoah. None of the others are near you.
I've been to Shenandoah Park and I found it breathtaking. I think probably my favorite that I've been to would also be Rocky Mountain National Park. It's just such a vastly different landscape than I'm used to seeing over here on the East Coast, and it really like makes you understand why people would believe in God. Not to be corny, but do you know what I mean?
I do get
literally,
that.
I've said unironically, wow, this is God's country.
Yes.
And then been like, what the fuck did I
and you're
just
like,
say?
what's happening to me? And then you're like, and then you look down and you have cowboy
And
boots
then
on.
I'm saying, you put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
The last national park I went to was Zion, which was stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, I've been there. I've seen that park.
Stunningly beautiful. Yeah. Okay.
Very alien.
We're almost done. Courtney, cool or cringe wearing American flag clothing?
Freddie is my husband, Freddie, who is
bless his heart,
Bolivian, second generation.
I do think. Okay, finish your sentence.
Especially in these trying times where people are being profiled and at times kidnapped off the streets. I think seeing my husband be so proud to wear an American flag makes me more proud to wear an American flag.
That's interesting.
Freddie has a deep love of the American flag and wears a lot of American flag clothing.
Okay.
And I'm like,
I do think people who culturally who because Freddie's a fucking American, but like he's culturally recently not American. Like I feel like people who don't have like deeply American roots, like our friend Alexis, her husband is Dutch and Mexican, and he's an American citizen, but he got this giant bald eagle tattoo, and Alexis was so
really far
embarrassed.
into America.
He was like, she was like, "Come on, man, you don't really get it. I don't think."
So I don't know. I guess it depends who's wearing it. I don't necessarily wear a lot of American flag clothes, especially when I'm traveling.
Yeah, sure.
But I respect the choice, and I think a lot of the times it's not being worn by the like country alt-right piece of shit. I think there's a wide berth.
I'm remembering in Doctor Who, I think it was like number 9, or maybe 10. Rose is wearing like a Union Jack shirt, just straight up the British flag shirt, and gets dumped in the middle of World War II. And she's like, I'm literally wearing a fucking flag on this shirt. Get out of here.
I love Rose. So hot.
I do too. Leela, do you wear American flag clothes? Cool or
no,
cringe?
I think it's cringe. I love your point, and I think that's really sweet. But unfortunately, in the current climate, I don't think that there's really room for us to be able to explain ourselves. And I'm when I see people out with an American flag shirt, obviously not Freddie, but when I see people out with an American flag shirt,
Freddie.
I do make assumptions, as I think it would be normal at this point.
Yeah.
So
I try in my day-to-day, I agree, and I try to not even wear like a red, white, and blue like color scheme, even though I think it's a cute color scheme.
It is.
The only exception to that is when I'm protesting, because when you're protesting specifically, you're not trying to be like down with America. What you're trying to say is like America looks different than what we're doing right now.
Yeah, and also like you don't get to decide what America is to me.
Yeah,
I'm
like
American,
I'm American,
and this is what America is to me.
So
And
protesting, I've definitely worn my red bandana protesting because
I think like maybe I'm gonna write like a country song that's like protesty.
I love that.
Should I do that?
Lily, you totally should.
All right.
Courtney, cool or cringe? George W. Bush.
I mean, again, cringe because he's a war criminal, but I would love to do some blow with the guy. I would love to do
blow is exactly right.
A little coke with him. He shows me his terrible paintings. We talk about the time he dodged a shoe getting thrown in his head. I love that clip
Who
of
throws
him.
a shoe? Honestly,
I love my favorite clip of him is when it's during the Iraq War and he goes, "America will
I
not
love this.
negotiate with terrorists. Now watch this drive." And he turns around and does a golf. He goes from pointing into the camera and talking about how we do not negotiate with terrorists. Now watch this drive.
there's something so like belovedly cartoonishly
Yes.
American about it.
Again, he is a war criminal, but also
Wait, so your answer is cool.
It's what
George
it
W.
sounds
Bush
like.
is cool. You have to pick one. Cool or cringe? Cool or cringe? Cool or cringe? Cool or cringe?
he's cringe, I guess.
He's
but
cringe. Leela? George W. Bush, cool or cringe?
I mean, I'm gonna go cringe as well, but I mean, I think a lot of our endearment for him, I don't really feel like a lot of that started until we got Trump as president.
much worse.
You were
option.
like, oh, and this guy's not even funny. You know what I mean?
No, it's
Like-
true. Like I get it, and it's true. But at the same time, I do think that George W. Bush like genuinely has like a fun, like buffoonishly
Grandpa,
grandfatherly like energy. So I think that as a person, as my friend, George W. Bush is cool. I think as a leader, cringe.
he
the
couldn't
way-
even say the word nuclear right for
he's
his entire
adorable.
I
presidency.
think he like it's his fault that like I constantly not constantly, but anytime I say that word, I usually say it wrong.
Nuclear.
And I-
Nuclear.
yeah.
Courtney, cool or cringe? Bill Clinton.
Cool.
He's cool, man.
Yeah, again, war criminal, and I know what you're all are gonna say. All of our conservative listeners, you're all gonna say, oh, the libs all obviously say that the Republican is cringe and the Democrat is cool. But
Dude,
I'm
I
sorry,
said
he was
W
a cool guy.
Cool. I said W was cool. And
It's
here's
true.
Play the
here's
saxophone.
thing.
Yeah,
I was
there you
about to
go.
say. I was about to say like,
a lot.
is Bill Clinton like a really cool guy whose values I support?
No.
But is he a cool, smooth motherfucker? Like, yes, he's
I
cool.
would want to hang out
He's
with
cool.
George Bush, George W, probably equally as Bill Clinton.
Dude, to
As
have
far as like
to have like a
smoking a blunt.
I was
with
gonna say a
somebody.
blunt rotation with the three of us and the two of them, and nobody's allowed to talk politics. That's awesome.
And like, no offense, but like, I actually don't think I would invite Hillary.
To the blunt rotation?
Yeah.
No, dude, I'll support her otherwise
She said, "I brought
for
my
like
hot sauce."
for certain reasons, but like she's doesn't have blunt energy.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay, name some female politicians who have blunt rotation energy. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, that's very true. Ocasio-Cortez does have it.
Blunt rotation energy.
God, what other female?
Jasmine Crockett.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
She's the one who said to Marjorie.
She's pretty mask off.
She is.
like, she's the liberal version of Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think.
Ooh, deceased, but Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I think would be fun to split
Oh,
along with.
totally. I love that.
I've got my notes about her, obviously,
Yeah.
but I think she'd be cool to talk to while stoned.
Let's see. Michelle Obama.
Oh God, yeah. If she was down, she's pretty into health. I don't know if she'd be down.
Yeah, but like maybe she'd be like, and I'm gonna make you all a healthy snack.
Is she a politician just because she was married to a politician?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
First lady's like a political office.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
got stuff to do.
Okay. Guys, this is my last one. We got to wrap up. The episode.
Okay.
Courtney, cool or cringe? Being in a country band in college for money.
I mean, cool. You got to do what you got to do, baby.
Layla, what do you think?
Cringe. I hated every second of it. Honestly, it was really embarrassing for me.
I guess
we had to play something like a truck, Tina.
I don't know what that is.
It goes like this. It sounds like a fake country song. It goes, there's something about a truck.
On Friday night.
No, in a farmer's field. Listen,
Yeah.
listen, with
I
an
know this
ice cold beer and something else.
Yeah.
There's something about
Okay.
you and me and the birds and the bees.
Oh, I know that one. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I believe women, and Leela just told me that her lived experience was cringe, but I also agree with you, Courtney. I think it's cool to make
You
your
gotta
money.
do what you gotta do.
I think it's cool to like do something that you're like, I'm better than this, and I'm gonna do it stupidly to make money. I think there's something to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
good.
like the grifters who sell like Trump merchandise, but they're like, yeah, I'm just a immigrant, a Somali immigrant who just printed off a bunch of these shirts and
idiots.
and charge these fucking idiots $35 per
Yeah.
outside of a
Yeah,
rally.
that's pretty gangster.
Like,
Pretty
you gotta do
gangster.
what you gotta do.
Anyone have anything left to say on our lengthy, wonderful 9/11 country music episode?
Never forget.
Never
forget.
Guys, when you wake up tomorrow, don't you dare forget.
Don't you dare forget. Or they're listening to it the day before.
The day before,
Yes.
but that's why I said tomorrow. You better remember.
On 9/11's Eve. 9/11.
Put out what did they put out? Put out
Careful.
put out
Put out C4.
Well, Mary Clay was just texting in our group chat today about how pizza orders at the Pentagon go up when there's emergency.
Actually, the pizza index hasn't been really been accurate because they built a bunch of.
They were talking about how accurate it is in the group chat.
But actually, they built a bunch of restaurants within the Pentagon
pizza
so that
index.
they wouldn't have to order out after the Gulf War. Actually, so that's a piece of misinformation. Snopes it. Snopes it. I had to get one last actually.
I think he killed her. And with that, dear listener,
Say thank you, Courtney.
thanks, Courtney,
Thank
for
you,
joining
Courtney.
us.
Thanks, Courtney. Thank you guys.
Courtney, thank you for coming on our podcast again and again and again against all odds.
Time after
I'll
time.
always talk about 9/11 with you broads.
9/11, Titanic, that song that Leela
That
wrote when
day.
she was.
That day.
That day.
Yeah, happy to sing America's Heart to whoever wants to hear it. I almost convinced Jason. Well, I almost got up from my research, but I didn't have time. But I almost got up from my research and was like, Jason, let's like just lay down like a really quick like version of America's Heart so we can have that for this episode. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do
Fast
that
and
next
dirty.
year. Yeah.
Man, yeah, because next year will be the last of, I think, our good 9/11
Yeah.
episode ideas.
After that, we're gonna be reaching.
We're gonna be
I
reaching.
think.
But
So.
reach we will. So, I mean, happy 9/10, everyone. May it be the last good day of your life.
Ooh, ominous.
And that's it for Burn Before Reading.
Until next week, remember,
Your cringe is part of you.
but it's a burning desire, so don't neglect it, or you may crash out.
Oof.
Okay.
Offensive. Never forget.
Thanks for listening to Burn Before Reading.
Created by me, Christina Kahn.
Hosted and produced by Christina Kahn and me, Leela Hilton.
Logo designed by Michael Hardison. Follow him on Instagram at RoyGBivRVA or check out his work at wildlingpress.com.
Theme music by Sakura Wishes.
Find me online at Christina Kahn.
And find me at Leels for Reels.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and Tumblr at BurnBeforePod.
Or feel free to give us an email at burnbeforepod@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening, friends.
See you next time.
Dave X Media.